Hi everyone, my name's Jill Lancet and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Greystanes, Sydney, Australia. Now the other day I think I told you about the special new release. They've released 5 new papers. I don't have all 5 of them, but I do have some of them here. So these are only available online. You're not going to see these in a catalogue anywhere. So yeah, you do need to just log on to my online store, and I'll give you that address throughout this video. But that's a bit of a picture of them all. I didn't get that one, and I didn't get that one, but I do have some of the others. So I'm going to show you those here. Now these are called, these particular ones are called, I took them all out of the packets. Tartan Foil 12 by 12 Specialty Designer Series paper. Now the item number for this one is in my online store. Look, you have to go and see them for yourself, okay? But I just wanted to quickly show you these. I don't want to bore you with all the details. You get these beautiful colours. So you've got the Pebbled Path, the Lost Lagoon, and the Copper Clay. And these are shiny and kind of foiled on one side, and on the other side they are foiled as well. So you've got the big gingham, and then you've got the small gingham. So that's the beautiful tartan foil, and only available in my online store. Now the next one I have is the gorgeous glimmer paper. Now it's called silver and gold adhesive backed glimmer paper. Now you get one of each in the packet, 12 by 12, and they have the adhesive already on the back. So these are going to be so handy. It's always sometimes a bit of a pain, and look, if you just add a small accent, this is going to last you for ages. So yeah, only available online. Beautiful, beautiful glimmer paper. Now this one is a beautiful one that is called the Delightful Floral. Now this coordinates with one of the stamp sets that's in the mini catalogue, and it's just beautiful. You've got these translucent flowers. I'm just going to show you quickly what we have here. Now on one side you've got these beautiful watercolour washes, and then you've got these beautiful designer series papers. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Isn't that lovely? Look at this beautiful colour here. Glorious. Absolutely beautiful. Pretty peacock. Oh, aren't they lovely? Anyway, you'll be able to see those online. It again is called the Delightful Floral Designer Series paper, and this one here has been in our catalogue, our annual catalogue, for a while now, and I decided that I really wanted to get it. Now they are called the Naturally Gilded Specialty Designer Series paper, and they're beautiful. There's a very vanilla background, a basic white background. The very vanilla has gold, the basic white has silver, and then, oops, oh crikey, sorry. And then you've got the gorgeous copper. So you've got gold, silver and copper. Aren't they beautiful? Again, these are little either full focus focal pieces or little accent pieces, but they're gorgeous, and you get 2 sheets of each 12 by 12 in that packet. So these are not an online, these are in the catalogue, but if you go to my online store you will be able to see them. Now there's my address there. And I'd appreciate it if you could like, subscribe and share my videos. That would be so helpful, and I would be so grateful. My email address is here. If you do have any issues any questions, if you don't want to put them in the comments, give me an email and I'll send a reply back as soon as I can. And this is the host code for September. Okay, enough said about that. Now today I wanted to highlight a product that's in the annual catalogue, and they are called, hang on, they are called the Artistic Mix Decorative Masks. Now they're on page 136 in the annual catalogue. And it's these ones down here. We do have some other ones up here which are called the 4 Square. And there is another set of masks in the new mini catalogue that I do not have yet, that I may well end up getting, because masking is so easy. It's so quick and it's so easy. And they're on page 47 of the new catalogue, the new mini catalogue. And they're tucked up in the corner here. They're called Abundant Beauty Decorative Masks. And you get a snowflake, some beautiful leaves, a houndstooth pattern. And if you're not sure what that is, the David Jones pattern. And these gorgeous sunflowers. I think I spoke about them the other day. But yeah, today I'm using these ones here. Now, if you haven't got a lot of stamps or you don't have a lot of designer series paper, masks are fabulous. And I'm going to show you what we're going to make right this second. It's this beautiful little card here. Now that's one dimension. Of course it's got the ribbon and these beautiful little black enamel dots, but there is no layers or anything like that, so it's a quick card to make. It's a really lovely card, and we're going to do it, and we're going to do it in Lost Lagoon this time, just to change it up. So first things first, we just get a card base, and I have these on hand. Now I'm just going to fold this. There's my bone folder. Yeah, I'm still suffering with that hay fever, and so if I'm a little bit all over the place, it's only because I have a head full of cotton wool or something. I've got a cup of tea, so I'm right there. Okay, so what I want to show you, I'm going to start from scratch with this card. So we need a couple of pieces of scrap paper, and I'll show you the 2 masks that we're using from the that mask set. Now they don't come in this envelope. I just keep them in there because if you've ever watched any of my videos, you will know that I lose things. So you get these 5 masks. Now this one here is a standalone. I've already lost the 2 insert pieces that go with that, which would be handy if you wanted to go around it, if you know what I mean. Then we've got this one here, and then this one here can actually combine with this one to create another pattern, another layer. You could do it in 2 different colors. We've got some tartan ones. We've got this just blocky geometric one here, and then if you add this one, you're going to get a tartan. Now you could have either or by themselves, or you could put them together, but we're going to be using this one today and this one today. So I'll just pop these over here. We need a blending brush. I have my Lost Lagoon ink here, and we're going to get started. Now, as I said, we just need some scrap paper. Now all I'm going to do is just, which way am I doing this? I'm just tearing this straight down the middle. Now it's bigger than my project. Okay, it's bigger than my project, and there's a reason behind that. So what I want to do is show you how I got this beautiful layered kind of look And it's very, very simple. So we've got our card, and I'm doing this directly on the card front. So I've got my card front here, and I need to put our scrap paper just over there like that, and then I'm going to put my mask. Now I'm just going to get some washi tape, and this is really old washi tape, so what I like to do is either they lose their stick or they become incredibly over sticky. So I'm just putting that backwards and forwards on the palm of my hand to take off some of the stickiness. So I've got my piece of scrap paper here. I've got my piece of other piece of scrap paper that I've torn here. And I'm just going to tape that down right there. Now I'm going to ink up my brush, the Lost Lagoon, and I'm just going to start. Now you notice I've just tapped off a little bit on this scrap paper, and I'm just going over this in a circular motion. Now this one I want fairly dark. Sorry about that if that's annoying you. Sorry, when your 4-year-old granddaughter makes you a bracelet, you better wear it all the time. Okay, so now don't be too concerned if this is a little bit uneven. That's good. I don't mind it being uneven at all. Okay. Maybe a bit darker around the edges. And you just keep adding the ink until you think that that is where you'd like it. Now I'm going to move the mask down a bit. I'm going to show you what I can do here. Just going to put this piece on here. Now I want to tuck this piece in here because I don't want this to go over the edge. Because as you can see, this is wider than the card is wider than the mask. So now I'm going to go darker down along this edge, the torn edge. And then I'm going to just ease that off, going up towards the inked area that I've already done. And I am going to go over that area, but just lightly. And I'm going to do another layer of this as well. Now I'm moving this down again. And you can see we're gradually getting this effect here. Now just be careful if your card moves. It's actually quite easy to reline it up again once you've got the colour on it. And I was going to save that little piece of information until I moved the actual card over, but we'll do it now. Yep, you see you can actually just line that up again quite easily. Right, so we've got our piece here. We've got this piece here because we don't want to overstep that edge. And we'll go again. Doing it darker along the torn edge. and then just blending it up into the already inked area that we have. Now you can tape all 4 sides down, but generally speaking, one piece of tape is enough, and you can just hold it with your fingers. So now I've got this, and when I lift that up, you'll see that that design abruptly ends there. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this over, and I'm going to line it up again. And as I said, it's not that hard to line up again. And I'm going to continue on with my torn edge. So I really only need it to go in this bit here. I don't have to worry about that for the minute. So I've only got this little bit here that didn't quite make it. And that's done. So now I'm going to line it up with the other one. And you can see you can even line up the paper. Just bear with me for 2 seconds while I sort this out. There we go. So I've lined up my paper again, and I'm just going to continue on there. And I really only need to do this end bit, and then we'll see how that looks. And last little bit is this bit here. I'm just going to line this up again. It's quite easy to do, quite easy to line up, as you can see. Okay. And this last little bit, that's all I need. It's this last little bit here. And look, it doesn't have to be perfect, because when I take this off here, you're going to see how really lovely that looks. Doesn't that look lovely? We've got this definite little torn border here. We've got the graduating colour. I love this Lost Lagoon. It was new to me when it came back, and I really, really love it. So now we've done that one. Now I want to, you need to wipe these, okay, between uses, because you will, this being plastic, I'll show you what happens. If this is plastic, and there's probably enough ink on there to transfer if you were to do another colour. So you do need to wipe it. And I'm just going to flip that over in case I had the wrong side down. Okay. Now just be careful. These are very delicate. I mean, they're sturdy plastic or whatever, but they're still quite delicate. So don't be too rough with them. Now, the other thing we're going to do is this, our little sentiment. Now you get 2. You can choose which one you want. I decided to go with this one because I used this mask here. So when you're happy with that, just pop some washi tape down again to hold it all in. And we're going to do it again. Always tap off first, just in case you've got too much on there, because you can add colour, but you can't take it away. Now I'm going from the centre out, well, from the edge out at this point. And I'm just leaving a little bit in the middle. I just want it sort of darker on the edges, really. Okay, now when I reveal that, you'll see what a beautiful shape that is. Isn't that lovely? Isn't that lovely? I know I say that every time, but it is lovely. So now I need my Memento Tuxedo Black, and the greeting I have chosen is I didn't forget your birthday. I'm just stretching out the celebration. So just inking that up. It's a lovely font or combination of fonts. I'll just show you what it looks like. So we always give it a test run. We'll try that again. Lovely. Really, really lovely. Okay, so we'll ink this up. Now in my case, there is some ink on areas of this more than others. So yeah, just give that a good ink up. And I want to put that in there now. Just bear with me. Oh, no wonder. I'm thinking how dark it is, and that'd be why. Sorry, guys. I'll show you it all again in a minute. No, I won't. I'll just hold it up to the camera. So I want to center that up. Now, if you're worried about that and you don't think you can see that, you can pop this back down or lay your stamp in, and just to get an idea of where it's going to go. So I've already done it, so I kind of know where it's going to go, and it doesn't matter if it's not straight. Don't stress. So I'm just holding that down, not overly squashing it, just holding it down, letting the ink connect, and lifting that up. Beautiful, look at that. Isn't that lovely? So now I just want to tie the black and the white in. So I've got some of our gorgeous black and white gingham ribbon. I want to put it about 2/3 down. But before I do that, I just wanted to get, and I've lost it. Of course I've lost it. Oh, here it is. Remember what I was saying about losing things? Look, I'm just going to pop this piece over here like this, and this is just a cheap watercolor marker, and this is in the black. Now I'm just taking the lid, I'm popping that in there like that, and I'm just randomly flicking that over. Now I didn't want to do it with my Stampin' Write marker because I might wreck the tip of it. This one is easily replaced, so yeah. So I'm just randomly flicking some black. I'm tying in the black and the white. So, and it gives it a good, I don't know what it is about splattering on cards. I like it. Now you don't have to do this. This is totally optional. If you don't like the look of it, just skip it. But I like it. So, yeah. Now we're getting some nice splatter. There we go. Okay. He lives in there. Okay, so now I've got this splatter. So I need my glue dots. I need my ribbon. And I'm wrapping this right around. Wrapping it right around, and I'm overlapping it. And then I'm going to make a separate bow and put a separate bow on it. So what I want to do is figure out where I want this, and I'm going to put a glue dot on either side just to secure, on the front of the card, just to secure the ribbon. So let me just see. I'm going to tear the glue dot off just like that. I'm going to pop that, it's right on the end. I'll pop that on there. And now I'm going to do some measuring, which I don't do a lot of. But I'm going to line this up with my grid sheet. And these are really handy for this particular reason, right? So now I can see 1, 2, 3 down from that line, 1, 2, 3 down from that line. So that's where I want to put my glue dot, and I might even just put a pencil mark, save myself the trouble. And I'm going to pop a second glue dot there. Now, in this particular case, I'm tearing them off first. So I can see where my glue dot is. I can see where my little dot is. Extremely sticky. Now, I want these to meet in about there, because the bow is going to cover them up. So I want that like that. So I'm going to wrap this around the inside, back around here, and I'm going to put a third glue dot just on the end of my ribbon. Just on the end here. Just so that the other half has got something to stick to. Did I mention they're very, very sticky? I think I did. Now I've got a little bit of fraying there, so I'm just going to chop that off. Okay, so now I've got my ribbon. It's going straight. I've got that. I've got that there. I want this one in that glue dot there. And there we go. Now, I just want to snip that off. Now that's secured. It's not going anywhere. Not going anywhere. Now I'm just going to cut another piece of ribbon and make a little bow. And it's not a very big bow. It's just a small bow. Now, usually I do this straight from the spool, but I'm being a bit lazy today. So there you go, tiny little bow. Now you can muck around with that to your heart's content until it's where you want it. I'm just going to trim those off. Just trim that off a bit. It is a little bow. And I'm going to need another glue dot for this one as well. So glue dots to the rescue. So I want two, actually. I want two glue dots here because I want one under my ribbon to give that added support. And then I want my bow on a glue dot as well. Now you could have secured that with tear and tape if you wanted to. I find this a bit quicker because, yeah, you don't have to get that tear and tape in a straight line. Not that this is in a straight line much. But anyway, there we go. And now for those little black and white classic matte dots. Now you get black, the grey, the very vanilla and the white. But I just wanted to use some black ones to tie in the black ribbon and the black splattering and the black sentiment. So I'm thinking maybe a big one here. Might do the bit different today. One up there, another one there, and maybe just a little one down here. At the end of the day, does it really matter where you put them? I don't think so. So there's the two side by side. This one is Soft Sea Foam. This one is Lost Lagoon. And I did a couple of others using the other masks. Now I want to show you those quickly and just explain how I did them. Now this one here, I just did this again straight on the card front. I've done it in Crushed Curry and Night of Navy. I've just used a little tag and these beautiful little faceted gems. Now you do them in two colours. I did the large squares I did the large squares first. Nope. I did the large squares first in Crushed Curry. And then I did this one over the top in the Night of Navy, and that is how that turns out. This one here, I just threw together really, really quickly just to have a third design. And it was quite quick to make. This was the mask that I used in the background. I used Fresh Freesia, then I used the Lost Lagoon and Fresh Freesia to use the Sentimental Park stamps and dies, and I just put a little bit of the Lost Lagoon ribbon in there. So masks are really good. Now I've just used a sentiment stamp there and that one stamp set plus the mask, one sentiment stamp, one sentiment stamp. So the masks are very, very handy to use, especially if you've got an area that you want to fill in and you want to do it quickly. So have a look at those in the catalogue. And until I see you next time, have a great Wednesday night. And thank you so much for joining me for the last half an hour or so. And don't forget, if you have any questions, you'd like to know anything, email me or put it in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.